Ryan woke up hearing Ian's crying. She sat up and took him in her arms. She took his feeder and started feeding him. She looked for the young, but seems like he left early in the morning. Ryan, happy birthday, my brave son, kissed his head. Your appa doesn't know your birthday. Today we will give him a surprise. After feeding him, she stood up, went to fresh him up and herself. Then, after having breakfast, they got ready and left for the young office. Ryan opened the door of his office without making any noise and found him checking some papers while one girl standing in front of the desk. Ryan waited for them to complete the work. That girl's backside facing her. The young looked at the girl and found her staring at him while smiling. His eyes turned dark. The young, I will dig your eyeballs out, girl. Girl, sir, girl, shut up. Can't even do a single work properly but can stare at me shamelessly. You are fired. Leave. Girl, I'm sorry, sir. The young, I said leave. Hearing his shout, Ian started crying. His angry gaze diverged to them and his eyes softened when he saw them standing there. He stood up and hurriedly went close to them. He took Ian in his arms and kissed his cheeks and forehead. The young, I'm sorry, Ian. Appa is sorry, my baby. He looked back at the girl who is crying. The young, leave before I call the security. Ryan held his hand to calm him down. That girl hurriedly left from there. He looked back at Ryan and kissed her forehead. The young sat down on the couch with Ian in his arms and Ryan sat beside them. The young, why didn't you inform me that you and Ian is coming? Ryan, why? Are you not happy seeing us here? The young, bird, I'm more than happy that you guys came here. Ian, Appa, playing with his father's necktie. Ian can say Appa and Mama. The young looked down at him and kissed his chubby cheeks. The young, Appa love you so much, patting his head. Ryan, the young, Ryan, today is our son's birthday. The young looked at her shockingly. The young, why didn't you tell me before? Ryan, I forgot. The young looked at Ian. The young, happy birthday, my son. Appa is sorry that he doesn't know about your birthday. Please forgive your Appa this time. I promise I won't forget your birthday ever, my precious son. Kissed his forehead. Ryan smiled, seeing them giggling together. Well, the young is not a mafia anymore. Ryan told him to leave mafia work. She doesn't want her son become a mafia like his father. And beside that, Ryan doesn't want to lose her husband. So Taeyang, thinking about his son's future, he left underworld, but he still holds the power to make people scared by his one glance. His father and brother still mafias. After all, his father is a mafia boss. His father respects the young decision and makes sure of their safety. The young is now just a company holder, a good father, a good husband, good son of his father, and good brother. Time skip at evening. Vayana is getting ready for Ayan's birthday party. She wore the dress which is bought by Taeyang. She looked at her mother who is holding Ayan in her arms. Vayan, Mom, how am I looking? Vayan, Mother, very, very beautiful. Vayan, thank you, Mom. You know, Mom, Taeyang brought this dress for me. Vayan, Mother, Vayan, are you happy with him? Vayan looked at her mother shockingly. She softly smiled at her and says, Vayan, Mom, I agree he did wrong with me back then. But whenever I look into his eyes, I can see regret in his eyes. He's a monster, and I am the owner of this monster. Many people are scared of him, but he is scared of me. Maybe you wonder how could I live with my cager who used to cage me in his lion den, and I fall in love with this lion. We are now together because I am his destiny and he is my destiny. I used to refuse his touch, but eventually I had always got melted by his touch. When I start to like him, I don't even know either. Mom, everything happens for a reason. Wine mother, we are happy as long as you are happy. Suddenly they heard knock on the door. Wine, come in. The young came inside, and when Ian saw his father, he started wriggling in his grandma's arms. Ian, Appa, Appa, throwing his hands in air. One mother chuckled and gave him to his father. Then she left from there. The young kissed his forehead and looked at Ryan, found her already looking at him. Seems like she is waiting for his compliment. The young looked at her head to toe, which made her shy. He went close to Ryan and cupped her cheek with one hand and other one holding Iron. He looked into her eyes. The young, my gorgeous wife, my little beautiful bird, mother of my handsome son, wife of Kim Tae-young. Why you always make your poor husband worried about your beauty? What if someone stole you away from me? Why? No, no one can take me away because I have my handsome husband who will burn this world for me. This is what he promised me. Taeyang chuckled and kissed her forehead. Taeyang, now let's go downstairs. Everyone is waiting for Ian and you. Then they went downstairs. They came downstairs and everyone looked at them. The young dad, my one and only grandson, kissed his head. Grandpa loved you so much. Happy birthday, my Ian. Ian looking at his grandpa and giggling. He already became apple of his grandpa's eyes. Time skipped after the party. Wayne took shower and came outside of the bathroom, found Taeyang sitting in a bed while talking with someone on phone. Wayne started doing her night routine. He cut the call and looked at Wayne, who is drying her hairs. Taeyang, where is Ian? Wayne, mom and dad wants him to sleep with them. Taeyang, is he will be okay with them? I mean his milk and other things? Wayne, Taeyang, they know very well how to take care of a child. Don't worry, he will be okay. By any chance, if he cried, they will bring him to us. Taeyang, Taeyang looking at Wayne and checking her up and down while gulping. Wayne didn't notice his stare cause she is busy with her night routine. After doing her business, she switched off the lights and lay down on the bed beside Taeyang and closed her eyes. Taeyang went close to Wayne. Wayne thought maybe he is going to hug her, but she felt his wet kiss on her cheek and his hands brushing her thighs sensually. He kissed down on her cheekbone and licked her ear. His hands slowly went upwards and cupped her, started squeezing, which made her breathe heavy. And it's clear for her what he wants. He slowly hovers over her and captures her lips. She kissed him back and wrapped her one arm around his neck. He collapsed beside her while breathing heavily. Wayne's eyes closed and catching her breath. Slowly she fell asleep. Taeyang softly called her but no response. He went close to her face and heard soft snoring. He kissed her forehead, then took tissue and cleaned her up and him also. He made her wear his t-shirt and cover her with the blanket properly. He stood up and went outside of the room. He placed his ear on the door of his lost room. He heard their talk and Ian's giggling sound. Actually, he came to check up on Ian, the young man. Should I open the door? He knocked on the door. Whined father. Come in. Whined father. Oh, Taeyang, come inside. Whined mother. Look who come to see you, Ian. Ian, Appa, throwing his hand in air. Taeyang, I hope he isn't troubling you guys. Whined mother. No, he woke up and we already feed him. Ian, Appa. Taeyang took Ian in his arms. Taeyang, yes, my cute baby, Appa is here. Whined father, you didn't sleep yet? Taeyang, it's my daily routine, feed him in the middle of the night. Same goes today. Whined mother, now go and sleep, he's fine. Taeyang lastly kissed on his whole face and gave him back to Wine Mother, but Ian started crying. Ian, Appa. Wine Mother, I guess he wants to go with you. Taeyang smiled and again took him in his arms and he stopped crying. Ian resting his head on his father's shoulder and Taeyang softly patting his back while walking around the room. Wine father and mother looking at them while smiling. Taeyang has changed a lot. After some time, Ian fell asleep and Taeyang slowly made him lay down on the bed. Wine mother, isn't he going with you? Taeyang, no, he will stay with you guys. Now lay on the bed, I will switch off the lights. They lay down on the bed with Ian middle of them. Taeyang switched off the lights and went outside of the room and closed the door without making any noise. 5 years later, Ian, Grandpa, I want to eat more chocolates, but Mama isn't giving me. Taeyang, Dad, don't worry, I will buy you tomorrow when we will go for work. Why, Dad? When Dad got froze and gulped hurriedly. Why, no, Dad, he has cavities in his teeth. Taeyang, Dad, Ian, you can't have chocolates from now on. Ian, okay, Grandpa. Wine, stop your drama, guys. It's not the first time. Wine is clouding them. The young dad always buy him chocolates after doing drama straight towards Ian. It's their tricks. The young dad moved with them because he can't stay away from his grandchild. He took leave from mafia work and Namjoon handling the underworld. People still know them as mafia family. The young dad, Wine, my daughter, don't shout. This is not good for your health. Wine is 8 months pregnant. Wine. And I almost forgot I saw you eating sweet behind my back. The young dad looked other side and gulped hurriedly. Wine, Dad, you have diabetes. You can't eat too much sweet. Suddenly door opened revealing Taeyang. Taeyang, what happened, Wine? Why are you looking tensed? The young dad looked at Wine with pleading eyes, telling her not to tell Taeyang because Taeyang will scold him if he got to know about eating his sweet. Wine, nothing, but seeing their face, he can say something is wrong. He looked at his father, who is looking nervous. Taeyang, Dad, you again ate sweet, right? Taeyang suddenly hugged his father while saying, Taeyang, please Dad, don't do this. I can't see you in ICU room again. You don't know how scared I was when you were in ICU room. Broken tone. Taeyang Dad hugged him back and pat his back. Taeyang Dad, I promise my son I won't touch sweet again. Taeyang broke the hug and kissed his father's forehead. Yes, Taeyang treated his father like his own child, and Ryan know how much Taeyang loved his father. That's why she always strict when it comes to his health. Suddenly they heard someone call Taeyang's father from behind. Dad. They looked at the direction and found RM with his wife and their 1-year baby girl. The young brother. They hug each other and then Aram hugged his father. Aram, how are you, Dad? The young dad. Good. How about you? Aram, good. Ayan ran to Eliza. Ayan, Ira, my baby sister. Everyone loved seeing him. Ayan, Auntie, I want to hold her. Eliza, sure, Ayan. She gave Ira to Ayan and he held her tightly. Aram, seems like you forgot about your Uncle Zune. Ayan, no, my favorite uncle, I will come to you. Later, first I want to talk with my sister. Aram chuckled and ruffled his hairs. They all sat down and started talking with each other, while the young dad and Ian busy with little Ira. Time skip. Everyone is sitting outside and praying for wine. The young gulped hurriedly when he heard her painful screaming. This is the first time he is facing this situation. Ian, Appa, why Mama is crying? The young didn't say anything, just hugged his little body. After some time later, they heard Vian's loud scream, like her soul leaving her body. The young couldn't hold himself back. He stood up and about to go inside the room, but Vian mother stopped him. Vian mom, don't. The young, but mom, my bird, she is in pain. Ian, Mama. The young dad lifted up him in his arms and left outside. The young rested his head on the ICU room door while crying. Wine is in critical situation because she slipped into the bathroom. The young, please God, don't take them away. After some time later, everything got silent, which made the young and other somehow scared. He gulped hurriedly while looking at the door without blinking eyes. Door opened, revealing Doctor. Doctor, both of them are safe. The young fell on his knees while crying. Wine father held him from behind. Wine mother, thank you, doctor. Time skip. The young kissed on Vian's forehead, who is unconsciously lying. Vian's mother came close to Taeyang, holding their little daughter. Taeyang smiled and took her little body in his arm and softly kissed her forehead. Vian slowly opened her eyes. Vian, Taeyang. Taeyang looked at her and smiled. Taeyang, yes, my little bird. Vian mother helped Vian to sit up. Taeyang gave the baby to Vian. Vian hugged their baby on her chest and kissed her forehead. Everyone came inside. Ayan ran close to Vian. Ayan, my another baby sister.